So please tell us about your financial strengths.
So the biggest financial strength is that our company is debt free. There is no long-term debt in our company. We only have the working capital. That's it. Secondly, if you see, the land valuation has not been done for last couple of years. So if we do that, also will change the total valuation. And maybe this year we can consider giving dividends also. So our company can now become a dividend paying company too.
What is your new strategy for growth?
Actually, our strategy is the first thing is optimum utilization of our capacities. We have sufficient capacities in our plant, and we want that we should have the optimum utilization of those capacities. During the interview, I'll tell you this year our crushing and all we have increased, and we'll still try and increase it further. So that is one big benefit that we can attain out of the existing infrastructure. Second strategy would be to utilize our strengths. We have three basic strengths. One is understanding of the agri business, because we are doing this for last 25-30 years. So I want to use my expertise in the agri sector and grow on those strengths. Second is the management of logistics. Since it is a volume business, logistics plays a very important role, and we have a fair understanding of that, and we want to utilize to the maximum to take advantage of that understanding. And the third one is risk management. We feel that we are good at managing the risk, and we continue to do businesses where we can use our ability to manage the risk to the best of our benefit. So these are the major things on which we want to grow further.
Okay. Hello everyone, we are talking to Vijay ji. He is Managing Director for KN Agri Resources Limited. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so please tell us about the highlights of your results.
So this year we have done fairly well. The thing is, if you have to see the background on what these results have come. The prices of the raw materials have gone down last year substantially. This was an election year, and the government also wanted the prices to come down, and internationally also it was coming down. So if you see that seed, which was at 78,000 in the starting of the season, went down to 54,000 rupees a ton. Then if you see the prices of oil, which was 1,72,000 rupees a ton, came down to 1,16,000 rupees approximately at the lowest. So even considering that there was so much of price correction in the raw material, our turnover was little less, but it was quite justified. But I'm very happy to share that our crushing went up substantially, and this year we have done crushed around 1,28,767 tons, and we have refined around 34,295 tons of crude oil and made refined oil out of it. So there is a good growth in our utilization of our capacities. So if you see the turnover drop is there, it was from 2,200 last year it was 2,236 crores. It has come down to 1,706 crores, but that's mainly because of the prices of the raw material and the finished good. No, otherwise we have shown a growth if you see in terms of the volume. So in the current year, the revenue is 1706 crores. The reason last year it was 2236 crores. So the reason is not we have crushed less. The reason is basically the prices of raw materials and finished goods substantially came down. And if you see, our crushing has improved quite a bit in the current year. And if you see the PAT, last year it was 29.67 crores and this year it is around 31.64 crores. In percentage terms, we have shown a good growth, and even in absolute terms there is a growth. And if we compare it with 2020, then you can see that we have grown substantially over the years, and I feel this growth can be maintained in the coming years also. In financial year 20, our revenue was 851 crores, and this year in 2024 we have reached 1706 crores. And if you see the profit, the PAT was 13 crores in 2020, and this year it is 31.64 crores. So there is a good growth in a medium term, if you see, and I feel that this growth will be maintained in the coming years.
Okay. So last time when we had met, you had spoken about the expansion plans which were going on. So are all the expansions done now?
Yeah, last time when we spoke, we were talking about a lot of small expansions that were happening in the current setup. Plus, we were adding a few things. But now I've changed my strategy. I'll talk about the larger plans because this all will keep happening. And further I'll tell you about our larger expansion plans, because that will make the difference in company's performance in the coming years, where you can see a big growth coming in.
Okay. What are the expansion plans now?
Yeah. So actually, if you see, we were in the SME sector, and there were certain restrictions on the capital and all that, so we were holding back on our larger expansion plans. But now I feel the time has come. It's almost 2.5 years we are here, so now we can ask to shift us to the main board so that we can raise more capital to meet our requirement for the expansion. And we have substantial plans. We want to put up a grain-based ethanol plant, and with a capacity of 200,000 liters per day, and that will have an investment of around 250 crores, which will be met by our internal accruals and a little bit of capital that we want to equity or other forms of capital that we want to raise. Apart from that, we have already undertaken to put up a new modern pulses processing facility in Itarsi. We are also in the process of putting up rice milling capacity. That too will be located in Itarsi. So altogether, we have planning of 3-4 investments in the coming 1 to 2 years, and which will have an outlay of around 350 crores, and that in the coming 2-3 years both you can see a substantial growth in the revenues as well as more in terms of profit.
Okay. The ethanol plant completion will take how long?
Normally, as per our plan, it will take 18 months from the day we start.
Okay. So what are the opportunities you are looking at?
In terms of ethanol?
Overall opportunities, current opportunities.
So current opportunity, I feel, India is growing, and economy is growing, the purchasing power is growing. So if this happens, the first industry which will get the benefit is food industry. And we are in this industry, and I feel there is a good potential for us to grow in the coming years, because people will have more disposable income, and the first need is food. So if you see, most of the consumption levels in India are at the lower levels. If you see the per capita consumption of oil or per capita consumption of any other food item, it is quite less as compared to the developed countries of the world. So this is the area where definitely our consumption will go up, and the food or the agri sector will get the benefit. Secondly, the government also is realizing the potential that since around 50 to 60% of the population is directly or indirectly connected to the agriculture business, and there cannot be a total growth in the country without if you don't take this kind of population into the growth. So government wants that agriculture should grow in India, and they are taking various initiatives. Some they have already taken, and then a lot more will be taken in the next term. And I feel production of oilseed, which will also be a focus area for the government, and that will be a great, if the production of oilseed goes up, it will be a great benefit for our company.
Okay, and regarding the ethanol you were telling us.
So ethanol, if you see the government policy, the Modi government came up with the policy that they have a target to blend around 20% of ethanol in the fuel. We have reached around 11 to 12%, and if we see the commitment, the green energy commitment, the major portion is coming from either ethanol or second is solar. So the government, I'm very sure the government will continue to focus on this sector. They have revised the prices for ethanol made out of grains, and today it looks very promising. The biggest challenge in grain-based ethanol is procurement of grains. So since we are in this business for almost 3 decades, that's the major advantage that we have. We have the complete understanding of how to procure these raw materials which is required to make ethanol within India, or if required from internationally from any other country. So that is a big advantage that we have, and we feel a grain-based ethanol plant for us will make a lot of sense. We have already negotiated with one of the state governments, and they are ready to offer us substantial benefits.
Okay, so what challenges you are looking at?
In terms of existing business or the expansion?
Overall challenges which you feel you are going through.
For agri sector, the major challenge is always two things. One is the monsoon, because the crop entirely depends on the monsoon, because our irrigation facilities are still less. We are more dependent on the monsoon. So this is one of the biggest challenge that we always face. And the second thing is the interference of government in all these food items. Luckily, soya is one sector where the government interference is very less as compared to other food items like pulses and rice and wheat. So that way we are lucky, but these are the two major challenges that I see for my existing business.
Okay, so how do you foresee the future of the company in coming 3 years now?
So basically, if you see, we are in a business which is a volume-based business. So the turnover is more and the percentage of profit is less. Now we are entering into businesses which are in the same domain, in agri domain, but which has a greater margin percentage. So if you see, if we compare the margin in ethanol, it ranges from say 15, 16%, 17%. So when this business starts and it gets integrated in the current business, you will see that overall profit percentage will also improve, and it will give stability to the company.
Okay. So, what do you want to say to your investors?
I would like to say that you have shown patience. Have little more patience. The coming years, you will get the advantage, the benefit, because now we are ready to expand. We were waiting for the right moment, and now I feel the time has come. And soon we'll come up. We'll share all the details of our expansion plans, and in say by the third year, everything will start. Whatever we are planning, and the impact in our profit, in our revenue will show by the third year, and I feel that will be a major boost and a game changer for the company.
Okay. So, what is your vision?
My vision is, see, we have always believed in doing fair business and with a long-term vision. So we have never taken shortcuts, at least in my life, I have not taken shortcut. We, based on this vision, we have planned all these things. We were not in a hurry, we were not in a rush. We were waiting for the right opportunity, and the time has come. And I feel there is a good future for the company. And with our experience in the agri sector, I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to take the company to the newer heights.
Okay. So, please give us industry outlook.
Industry outlook, from my perspective, I feel it's good for the coming year. The biggest thing is, as you may be knowing, that the government and the various weather agencies have predicted that we'll have above normal monsoon this year. Monsoon is the most critical element, because on this depends what kind of crop will come. So I feel not only for soybeans but even for other agri products, I feel there will be a good crop in the coming year, and the outlook looks positive to me.
Okay. It was very nice talking to you, Vijay ji. Thank you for giving us important information regarding the company, and best of luck for coming years.
Thank you.